Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. So in this series we are covering several interview questions. Like in previous videos we have covered different patterns of Java, as well as we have covered other stuffs like how to introduce yourself. So in the same series we will cover Selenium interview questions. So this is first part of the series. In the coming days you will see more questions. So as and when I will prepare more questions, I will come up with you with the questions as well as the solutions for Selenium. So these questions will be applicable to all of them. I mean, like freshers as well as the experienced person. These are the most commonly asked question in Selenium. So let's quickly start. First question we have: how can we launch different browsers in Selenium WebDriver? By creating an instance of the desired browser driver. For example, by below command: WebDriver driver is equal to new Firefox driver. Using this command we can launch browser using Selenium. Next question is: what is the use of driver.get URL and driver.navigate to URL commands? Is there any difference between the two? This is the most important and most commonly asked question. Difference between driver.get and driver.navigate. Basically, both the both driver.get and driver.navigate commands are used to navigate to URL, but there is a little bit difference between them. The first one is driver.navigate allows moving back and forward in a browser history with the help of driver.navigate.forward, driver.navigate.back method. In case of single page application where the URL is appended by hash to navigate to different sections of the page, driver.navigate to navigate particular section, changing the URL without refreshing the page, whereas driver.get refresh the page. And one more difference is there which comes to my mind is like whenever you use driver.get, then it will wait till the page getting load. This is also one of the difference. And in case of driver.navigate, it will not wait. I mean, it will directly navigate. If the page is not there, then it will throw an exception. So most of the time we use driver.get in normal scenarios, but in few scenarios where we go back and go forward to the next page, then we use driver.navigate method. This is the basic difference between driver.get and driver.navigate method. The next question is: how can we type text in a text box element using Selenium? With the help of sandbox keys, we can type text in text box. The example is web element search text box is equal to driver.find element by ID. By ID, this is the ID, and then search text box dot send keys. What exactly you want to send? This is the text. So basically using send keys method, we can type any text. The next one is: how can we clear a text written in a text box? Driver.find element by .id, and then we use clear method. So it will clear your text box. Next one is: how to check a checkbox in Selenium. Click method, the same click method we can use for clicking button or radio buttons can be used for checking the checkbox as well. So there are nothing, I mean, new to that. We can use click method, dot click method basically. How can we submit a form in Selenium? So basically we can do it using click method, as well as there is some other method named as submit. So you can use this command like driver.find element, then by id by xpath, and then use submit method. The next one is: explain the difference between close and quit command. This is the most important and most commonly asked question. Driver.close basically used to close the current instance of browser, and driver.quit is close all the browser instance. So let's say you are running a test. You can give this type of example in your interview also. Let's say you are running wherever you want driver.close. So I'll give you one example. Let's say you are running 200 test cases in a suite. You have 200 test cases suite and you are running them. So after After first test case, if you want to close the browser and then you want to come up again, so then you can use driver.close. Because your first particular functionality has been done, then you are again opening the browser and you already know that this is the first instance. In the similar process, I mean after 100 test cases or after 200 test cases, there might be an exception, or there might be scenarios where some instances are kept open. So in that case, at the end of the test cases, where I mean in the test ng, where you want to close everything and generate the report, so in that case you can use driver.quit. So it's a good practice to use driver.quit at the end of the test suite. But in between, if you need one browser to close and another same browser to come up again, in that case you can use driver.close. So in this way you can give the example. The next question is how to switch between multiple windows in Selenium. Selenium has driver.get window handles and driver.switch to window handle name command to work with multiple windows. Basically, with the help of get window handle, return a list of corresponding IDs to each window. If we pass a particular window handle name like driver.switch to then window handle name command, then we can switch to that particular focus. So first of all, we use this command driver.get window handles. It will return list of windows, and those list of windows we will pass this particular window handle name, and according to this driver.switch to, we will switch to that particular window, and then control will automatically go to that particular window. So first of all, driver.get window handles like this using for loop, and then once we get all the list, then we can move to that particular window using window handle name. The next one is, what is the difference between driver.get window handle and get window handles? This is also one of the most important question, mostly asked. Difference between get window handle returns a handle of current window, a single unique identifier, basically the same thing which we discuss here. So if we use this method, it will return only the current instance of window, but you never know, I mean below the current one there are multiple windows, or there are other windows which Selenium is not identifying. So in that case, good practice is to use get window handle, so that you will get a list of windows, available windows, and from that you can switch to particular window which you want using this command driver.switch to. So both are equally important. It depends on the scenario where you need. This one is required when you are looking to switch to a particular window, and this one is again required for debugging as well. Let's say you want to see if you are getting stuck in between the code and you want to see where exactly my code is, or where Selenium is giving me the exception out of these three windows, then you can use this command so that you will understand, okay, I'm stuck in window 1 but I need to go to window 2, so that you can switch to that window using this command. So these three commands are work in between each other. And the next one is, how can we move to a particular frame in Selenium? Driver.switch to command is used to switching to a particular iframe, and we can switch to iframe using multiple things, like we can use the concept of index, name, or ID. Index, as you all know, that index starts from 0. Name we can identify using the DOM structure of Selenium. DOM structure of HTML. You can identify it. Similarly, we can identify the ID. So let's say we have 3 frames in one page and we want to switch to a particular frame. So we can use the concept of name or ID, or we can also use the concept of index also. This command is same, driver.switch to frame, and then whatever you are comfortable in. The next one is, can we move back and forward in the browser using Selenium? Yes, we can move back and forward. In the first question itself, we discussed about this navigate. One of the primary reason of using driver.navigate is to back and forward. Most of the time we use it. So driver.navigate.back and driver.navigate.forward command Using these two commands, we can move backward and forward in a browser. What are the different ways to refresh a page? Again, we can use driver.navigate.refresh. This is the most common command. It will refresh your web page. The other way is we can use the concept of send keys and then keys.f5. It will refresh the page. The other way is driver.get URL or the current URL. So it will also refresh the page. One other way is driver.navigate to and then particular URL, or driver.navigate to current URL. So these commands you can use. These are the different ways with the help of which you can refresh the web page. So as of now, we have these questions in part 1 series. In the coming days, we'll come up with more interview questions. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you are new to this channel, subscribe to this channel so that you can get the access of all these videos. Like, share and subscribe with your friends. Thank you so much for watching this video. You will have a good day. Thanks.